What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Next Gen Career Mode. This is episode number 50, and we start today's episode off with a game against FC St. Pauli here at the Olympia Stadion for the final game before the transfer window ends. And this is a newly promoted side, so I did decide to rest quite a few of the players. So a few of them were tired, and I thought it's a good chance for some of the younger players, the fringe players, to get some game time and show me what they can do. But also, this is episode number 50, and I want to say straight away, thank you so much for your support on this series. I really do appreciate it, and it does mean a lot to me. A few people asked me whether I was going to do a special video or not. The answer is obviously no. I just quite frankly don't have the time. Doing 2 videos a day and sometimes 3 videos is really difficult for me, and I can't really afford the time to do a special video. But I will do a special video once this series hits episode 100. So there you go. But thanks for asking anyway. But still, we do take on FC St. Pauli for the first game of today's episode, and like I said, a newly promoted side, so a good chance for some fringe players I had playing in this game to test themselves and show me that they do deserve a first team chance. And the first chance of the game would fall in the 18th minute here, as Herman wins this header and it falls to Nico Schultz, who takes the strike, but unfortunately the goalkeeper parries it away and it is still scoreless. And the next chance would fall in the 39th minute as William Carvalho finds Robin. He plays the ball over the top towards the run of Yashil, who gets past the last man. Good chance here to make it 1-0, but unfortunately for us, he's trying to find some space. He eventually finds Schmelz, who strikes it, but the angle was quite tight and the goalkeeper saved it and put it behind for a corner. But from that corner, it's crossed in by Herman towards the centre, and it's Ginter who wins the header. It's our captain who puts it in and makes it Herder Berlin 1, St. Pauli 0. So very good header by our captain there. It's always nice to see him score. That's his first goal of the season, and a very good header past the goalkeeper. So 1-0. And the 45th minute we could have made it 2-0. Herman step overs around his man, keeps on going, ball rolls, plays it through towards his man Volland, who shoots, but it goes just wide. And I should have offloaded that ball there. I thought I could finish the chance myself, but unfortunately not. And it is still 1-0, but all the chances were coming to us. And in the 50th minute here, Yashil offloads it towards the runner Sebastian Young. He gives the ball away, but it falls to Yashil. Great chance to make it 2-0 here, but the chip shot is well saved, and there's a bit of a scramble, but eventually the goalkeeper dives on it, so still 1-0. But another great chance in the 59th minute. Kevin Volland goes through down the right hand side. We go on a counter. It's a 3-on-2 opportunity. Nico Schultz is all alone, and well, like an idiot, I tried to trick the goalkeeper around him, but unfortunately the goalkeeper called my bluff, made the save, and as it all comes to Robin, his shot goes wide. So see, there you go. Sometimes I do mess up when trying to win a penalty. So still 1-0. But in the 65th minute here, good chance for St. Pauli, but as they give the ball away, Ter Stegen plays it forward. I give it away myself as the ball gets played into the centre here. The man going through is all alone, and thankfully for us, he fluffs his lines and puts the shot wide, so a great chance for the number 12 to score a shock equaliser here, but thankfully he didn't, and it is still 1-0. And in the 89th minute the game was being closed out. It was a good chance to double our advantage. Herman goes down the right hand side, really good chance, got Yashil in the box. If he picks him out, he does find him. It's Yashil who gets onto it and shoots, but unfortunately the goalkeeper makes the save, and it is still 1-0. And as the ball goes up for just 1 minute of added time, I thought, well, we've surely won a game now, it's not going to matter. But St. Pauli go on the break here. They go down the right hand side, and it's a very good chance because eventually it's played through the centre. And we lose men in the box there. We can't seem to pick up the man at the far post, and as the cross comes in, Sebastian Young gets out-jumped, and St. Pauli score in the last couple of minutes. It's the number 9 who gets it with the header at the far post, and it's Herder Berlin 1, St. Pauli 1, and that was how the game would finish. We surrendered the 3 points in injury time, and what a shame that is. You know, we've played 4 games now, we won 2 away from home, and we've drawn both of ours at home, and that game should have been ours. I completely threw it away. Yes, I rested quite a few players, but that's no excuse. You know, even if this is even if I did rest a few players, this is a side who got promoted last year. This is a side we should be looking to win at home, and I completely messed it up. So we had to settle for a 1-1 draw, and following that, we saw that the board have given us 683 grand for the additional transfer of funds request we asked for, and also Marian Sarr said he was grateful to play in that game. But I went back in for Omre Can here of Bayer Leverkusen. He's, like I said, a wanted man. You guys seem to really want him as I read the comments, so I decided to put in a bid here of £2.5 million for the 21-year-old. He's got the showing great potential tag, and he looks pretty decent anyway, so I would hope we can get him for 2.5 million, and we'll wait and see what they say. Also Christoph Kramer, not Cosmo Kramer, no one's going to get that joke, but not Cosmo Kramer, Christoph Kramer. We put in a bid there, and we'll wait and see what Bayer Leverkusen say. We put in a bid for all these players again that we were going for in the last episode, just in the hope we could sign one of them. Sebastian Rode as well at Frankfurt, but I don't think we're going to sign any of these players because it was deadline day and I didn't really fancy my chances. But we put in bids and we'll hope for the best. I really wanted this guy last year, but I could not seem to get a contract sorted out with him. But still, it was transfer deadline day, like I said, and as you can see here, look at these players leaving for Germany. I love this club. I love this squad. As you can see here, all the clubs said no, other than Bayer Leverkusen, who accepted a £2.5 million deal for Emre Can. So he was the one you guys seem to really be interested in. Like I said, I've been reading the comments since episode 1. I can't read every comment, obviously, but it seems like a lot of people have wanted this guy to come in. So we offer him a contract and we could possibly sign him for £2.5 million. We also put in a bid for this guy Marvin Duksch. Now we had him back in the first season on loan and he didn't play that often, but when he did play he was okay. I left him at Borussia Dortmund last year, but he looks relatively decent as a squad player, so we put in a loan deal for him for a full season plus a future fee of 750 grand, and as you can see Dortmund will wait and see whether they'd like to let that deal happen. But Emre Can has accepted his contract, so he's going to join us, and for £2.5 million, 30 grand on the wage budget. 21 years old, centre midfielder. He looks, as you'll see by his stats, he looks okay, but I feel like I probably overspent just a little bit. 73 overall, 4-star weak foot, 4-star skills, loads of positions in there, which I like to see. Flair trait, very well balanced stats. That's what I'll say, very well balanced, but I feel like I might have overspent by £1 million there, or about 1 million, but even so, he's came in at least, and we'll add him to the loan list. Hopefully we can send him out on loan in January, and hopefully he'll grow. I would hope he would have been like a 75 or 76 rated player, but even so, you don't win them all, and Emre Can comes in, and also Marvin Duksch comes in as well. He arrives on loan too, and there you go, that's the end of that, I guess, but even so, here's a look at the deadline day sort of signings, and all the business that the clubs did in this summer transfer window as well. Bayern Munich brought £30 million worth of players, including one of ours in Sigurdsson. So they obviously spent quite a lot of money as well. And we, of course, as you'll see here, we spent £75 million, £75.5 million. We got £21.8 million, so it wasn't too bad, but even so, we spent a lot of money, mainly on Lasogga and Royce, and who knows, would those two players prove to be white elephants, or would they prove to be great signings? Who knows? But the big deals were Lasogga to us for £52 million, Falcao to Chelsea for 33.5, and Vidal went from Juventus to Man City for £27.5 million. So some big movers in that transfer window, and of course one of them coming to us, which is nice. But that does end transfer deadline day, and that does end transfer window as well. So one more signing on deadline day, plus the loan deal as well, and that does end the summer transfer window. And of course we enter September. Here is to look at the squad report. A reminder, squad reports are shown at the start of every single calendar month, as is the full league table. And yeah, it's just looking great, isn't it? This squad is looking absolutely fantastic. There is young talent throughout it. There's some great experienced players in here with some good stats on there already. Well, I say experienced players, I say sort of established players, 25, 26, 27 years old, but a lot of young talent as well. And yeah, it's looking really good. Like I can't really pinpoint where the weakest areas are. The weakest areas, in my opinion, are in depth. If we have an injury crisis in a position, that could come back to haunt us. If Lasogga gets injured, for example, we're screwed. But other than that, it looks really, really good. Our first 11 looks insane. As you can see, Lasogga is now up to an 88 overall. So I'm so glad that you guys did decide to let me use the financial takeover, because Lasogga is just looking like an absolute beast. And here's how I got the squad set up: a 4-2-3-1. To Sagan in goal, back four of Young, Badstuber, Ginter the captain, and Schmelzer. William Carvalho and Goretzka play holding mid. Sydney, Sam, Volland and Royce are the attacking mids, and they support the 88 rated lone striker Lasogga. And the bench looks good as well: Zila, Robin, Schultz, Reinhardt, Herman, Wagner and Yashil. Very, very awesome team. And like I said, I think strength in depth is the weakest area. If we have an injury crisis, or if something bad happens, like a suspension crisis or an injury crisis, or players gone out of form, it could come back to haunt us. Fitness problems, of course, could come back to haunt us, but at the end of the day, the first 11 and the bench looks unbelievably strong, and there's no reason why, even though we're still a 4.5-star team, there's no reason why we can't compete for the league title this year. But as for the Champions League, we enjoy in Group C. We've got Manchester United, Marseille and Anderlecht as well. And here's a look at the successful negotiations page. The players that joined us and departed: Lasogga joined, Royce joined, Jonathan Tah joined, Zelalem joined, Werner joined, Emre Can joined, Marvin Duksch joined. Those are the players that came in, and the players that were sold or went on loan are Mukhtar, Sigurdsson, Baum Johan, Maya, Sprint and Sekirchi. So that's the end of the summer transfer window. That's the business business we did, and the last thing you will see is us offer contracts to 3 of our players, Schultz, Langkamp and Vandenberg, who all have their contracts up at the end of the year. But as always guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like, because that's much appreciated and it really does help my channel out, and I'll see you for the next episode of my Next Gen Career Mode very soon.